Few things are as important to the health of a nation as its blood supply, and nowhere is that more true than in Israel. Because today, blood is used for so many life-saving treatments, giving transplant and cardiac patients the ability to undergo life-saving surgery, or providing terror victims and IDF soldiers with the red blood cells and platelets they need to survive critical injuries. Israel's National Blood Services Center was built in 1987 by American donors to Magen David Adom, Israel's national emergency medical service. But more than 35 years later, Israel is a very different country. Israel has grown from a country of about 4.4 million people when the blood center was built to one with more than 9 million people, and its population is expected to grow to more than 10 million people by 2030. So it now needs a blood center with significantly larger processing capacity, requiring that Israel upgrade from a blood center that processes 260,000 units of blood a year to one that can process more than 500,000. And while Israel's population has grown, so has something else: the capacity of Israel's enemies. Israel's most belligerent enemies, Hezbollah on Israel's northern borders and Hamas in the Gaza Strip, didn't have rockets capable of reaching Magen David Adom's blood center near Tel Aviv when the center was first built. But now, both Hezbollah and Hamas have rockets and missiles capable of hitting targets virtually anywhere in Israel. And that leaves millions of Israelis and the blood supply vulnerable to attack. That's why Israel needs a new blood services center, one with not only greater blood processing capacity, but also reinforced against attack with its most crucial services, such as blood storage and processing, underground in reinforced areas of the building and out of harm's way. The new blood center will be named the Marcus National Blood Services Center after Bernie and Billy Marcus, whose foundation was the largest donor to the project. The new blood center will ensure Israeli civilians and soldiers will have the blood they need when they need it most. The Marcus National Blood Services Center is located in Ramla and is a 550,000 square foot structure consisting of 6 floors, 3 of them underground and in mostly shielded areas, protected against rocket attacks and chemical and biological threats. When completed, this will be Israel's only National Blood Services Center. Currently, this is one of the largest capital projects in all of Israel. Because of the importance of the project to Israel's national security, this building is being constructed in coordination with the Prime Minister's Office, the National Security Agency, and the Israeli Defense Forces. Upon completion, this will be the only blood center in the world that will comply with GMP regulations and be shielded. The Marcus National Blood Services Center is designed to collect 500,000 units of blood a year. Compared to the 260,000 units the current center was designed for. The center will produce 2,200 units a day in normal operations and produce more than 3,500 units during times of war to ensure IDF soldiers have the blood they need when they need it. The Marcus Blood Center is nearly fully funded, but sponsorship opportunities are still available for laboratories and other essential blood processing operations. For information about how you can play a role in ensuring the safety of Israel's blood supply for generations to come, contact the National Office of American Friends of Magen David Adom. Call 646-388-7503 or email creed@afmda.org. By completing this project together, we can ensure Israel's future.